Hi again, Risa here, back with another episode of Ask Risa. Back in my usual recording space. If you watched last week's episode, you know I was sitting in the back of my car while recording it, but I am back in my office. So it is early December, which means Christmas and New Year's Eve are coming up, and I thought this would be a good time to talk about why you should not get married at Christmas or New Year's. Just avoid those year-end holidays altogether. There are a few reasons for this. So I will go through them one by one. First of all, the holidays are a time for family. People want to spend time with their family. I mean, generally. Yes, we have all heard those jokes about how families are the worst, blah, blah, blah. But generally speaking, people want to spend the holidays with their family. I'm sure your friends all love you, but they're not going to want to rearrange what might be long established and settled holiday plans to come to your wedding. So unless you are planning a very small family-only wedding celebration, just avoid Christmas and New Year's, because trust me, your friends already have plans and they don't want to rearrange them for your wedding. Also, travel is extremely expensive over the holidays. If you don't have to travel at the holidays for any reason, you are very lucky. But as a person who has had to travel for Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's for years to various places, sometimes across the country, it is a huge pain in the ass. It's extremely expensive, airfare is expensive, hotels are expensive, airports are a disaster, weather is always causing trouble. Whether you're traveling by car or by airplane, weather can snarl your plans in a heartbeat. So don't put your friends and family through that. Don't ask them to travel around the holidays to come to your wedding. It's a big ask, and a lot of people will probably just be like, nope, not worth it. Sorry, gonna miss your wedding. So don't put yourself in that position either. New Year's Eve has its own set of problems, mainly the fact that a lot of people don't even like to go out on New Year's Eve because it's very dangerous to be on the roads because of all the drunk drivers. I don't ever go out on New Year's Eve. I don't even work on New Year's Eve because I don't want to be out. I don't like being out with all the drunk people. And if you do get married on New Year's Eve, then clearly you're going to want your wedding to go until at least midnight, because why else would you get married on New Year's Eve? But that just makes a very late night for you, for your guests, for your vendors. And getting married on New Year's Eve will cost you a small fortune. It will easily cost you twice as much to get married on New Year's Eve as it will on a regular night, because wedding vendors are also in high demand on New Year's Eve, like DJs and bands and caterers and venues and planners. It's just the one night. There's no working around it, and everybody who's having a big party, hotels, restaurants, all those people, just think about all the New Year's Eve parties that are going on out there, and all those people who are hiring those vendors that you're also going to be wanting to hire for your wedding. Like I said, I don't work on New Year's Eve. When I get inquiries for New Year's Eve, I turn them down, but if I did, you can bet your ass I would charge at least double what my usual fee is to do a wedding on New Year's Eve. So, and I'm not alone in that. So if you want to get married on New Year's Eve, you should be prepared to pay a lot for it. Also, holidays are not always fun and festive for everyone. Some people have a really hard time with the holidays. Anyone who's lost a parent or a sibling or a spouse, it can be very hard for them to deal with holidays. And sometimes they just want to hibernate, and they don't want to talk to people, and they don't want to go out and party, and they sure don't want to go to your wedding. So, I mean, it's a situation that doesn't apply to everyone. But if you have friends or family who have a hard time with the holidays, they're not going to probably make a big exception to come to your wedding. So that's another thing that you have to keep in mind. And then also, going back to what I said earlier about travel, it's cold and kind of gross outside in large portions of the country, even here in sunny California. Sometimes it is cold and gray over Christmas and New Year's. Sometimes it's sunny and not as cold. I mean, we're not getting dumped on with snow like, Boston and New England, but I've never understood people who wanted to get married in the cold, gray winter months. It just doesn't appeal to me personally. I don't understand why other people do it. It's just not as fun. The atmosphere is not as good from a weather perspective. So that's another reason. And then my last reason is that if you get married around Christmas or New Year's, your wedding anniversary every year is going to be Christmas or New Year's. You're never going to get a special day for your anniversary. I have, weirdly, multiple family members who have birthdays right around Christmas, and they feel like they get screwed because their birthday doesn't get to be a special day because it's Christmas or it's Christmas Eve, you know, it's something else. So you don't want that for your wedding anniversary. You want your wedding anniversary to be a special day all on its own, not getting caught up in and overshadowed by all the hubbub that goes with Christmas and New Year's and the general end of your holiday festivities. So those are my main reasons for not getting married around the holidays. If you have any other reasons, I'd love to hear them in the comments, but those are the ones that I could think of. I just generally think it's not a great idea. Don't do it. There's plenty of other months out there, plenty of other weekends that you can choose when travel won't be as expensive, people won't already have plans, the weather will be better, and you can make your anniversary something special. So I will be back next week to talk about something else. This is a short video this week. Thankfully, my last few have been very long, so I wanted to keep it short this week. So there you go. I'll be back next week. Bye for now.